Hello, it's a me, Pixel, and here in me there's a certain witch.
Who? Me?
The witch of I don't know,
No,
of something.
no,
Of
I'm the
something.
witch of witch. I'm the no.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
Your thoughts are enough. I can hear your thoughts from
No,
here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm innocent. Completely
Sure,
innocent.
innocent. Can you say it in red? Can you say it in red?
I am
There
the
you
human side. I don't have the power of red.
Of sucks to suck. I'm gonna say it in red. You were about to say that I'm the witch of pig.
No. It was never my intention.
No, it's not like I have a message from you.
That's because I said it earlier, not now.
Never said when.
That's cheating, okay?
Checkmate.
That's cheating, okay? That doesn't count. I was talking about right now, not earlier.
I'm on the witch side. I don't care.
Earlier doesn't count.
Okay, I'm offy. What were you talking about?
I don't know what were you talking about.
I'm offy. I'm not the witch of big. We're about to play Umineko.
That's what a witch of it would like you to think.
Last time in Umineko.
Yeah, last time in Umineko, it happened that Natsuki hid in a closet in a certain room, and in that same exact room, Hideyoshi got killed. So, yeah.
In reality, we tried making this summary before starting.
And we completely forgot about Hideyoshi dying.
Completely forgot about Hideyoshi dying. And Natsuki in the closet.
I was like, wait, it happened. Something big happened, but I don't remember what. I'm like,
What happened last time?
What happened last time? I don't remember though.
Gertrude got completely bullied by Erika.
Yeah, and then,
right, that happened.
That happened, and then there was
Donor
talking with Butler,
yeah.
And then there was something else. I'm pretty sure, and then.
Wait, let me check. Oh, right, there's Natsuki in the closet. There's that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Shall we?
We shall.
We shall.
鎧とは
Oh, okay. Why? It's just
why do I have to start the game and I have to see her face?
I think that last time we were like, it was very late.
Oh, and we're like, oh no, it's too late for Erika. Oh yeah, I mean.
Here we heard Erika and we went like, nope, I'm done with tonight for tonight.
Yeah. No, I see. I do remember that, but still.
The collective sigh.
Is there ever a good moment where you wanna see her and hear her talking?
There's one.
There's one. When?
One specific one. End of chapter 6, my favorite scene ever.
End of chapter 6. Okay, I see. Does she die or something?
No, she doesn't.
Damn. Oh well.
Unfortunately.
Oh well.
Oh well, but I promise you it's gonna worth a while.
Let me check what they were talking about because I don't remember. Oh yeah, the room was closed. Yeah. Classic closed room. Maybe the culprit removed the ceiling in the bathroom and escaped the space above. Yeah, okay. And then she said the shutters.
外からはびくともしませんでした。今確認してきました。
No, thank you.
How kind of you.
It was no wonder everything felt so quiet and relaxed. At some point, Erika had split from the group. Just now, she had finally arrived and poked her face in from the hallway.
I just realized it was no wonder that everyone was relaxed. It's because Erika wasn't here.
Yeah. She had heard that a crime had occurred in this room. Seen everyone rushing towards it and taking the opposite approach by circling around to the other wall. And she had gone all by herself to check that the shutters were down on the windows, that you couldn't do anything with them from the outside. and that there was nothing out of the ordinary.
室内は
Thank you.
案の定お約束で
そういう言い方はねえだろ。
お悔やみ申し上げます。で、室内の状況は
扉にはチェーンがかかっていて、私たちは切断して入ったわ。
そして窓にはすべて鎧戸。しっかり内側から施錠されてる。
奥は何を揉めてるんです？
Eva was arguing with Nanja about something. Apparently, she wanted to carry the body to the parlor.
Maybe it's better to not do that.
Not do that. Nanja tried to calm her, saying that they should leave the crime scene as untouched as
Yeah.
possible until the police came.
ジョージたちの死体は、そうしたらどうなったの？犯人にどこかへ持っていかれちゃったのよ。
Yeah, ask Kappa about that.
犯人は殺すだけじゃ飽き足らず、遺体にまで何か無体なことをするつもりなのかもしれない。だからダメ。ここへ主人を一人ぼっちで残していくなんて絶対ダメ。
Eva did have a point. After all, the prior victims were all carried away after we were shown their terrible and fatal wounds.
エリカちゃん、
Now that I think about it, I do explain on the human side where the heck the bodies went.
But Augusta never got to that point, right?
No.
Erika never said anything
No,
about it.
Erica never said anything about it. I mean, on the Maggie side, Gap went and poofed them, of course. But what about the human side? What happened? I mean,
think
one
there's
could say, yeah, the culprit came back and hid the bodies.
Keep the bodies.
Keep the bodies on the I mean, so yeah. What about? But I mean, when and how and all of those bodies? I mean,
Maybe they just used magic.
I said human explanation.
Maybe they just used magic.
I mean, maybe they just use magic. It's kind of boring, honestly, because it's like, oh yeah, it's magic, and that's it. That's
know,
your
but
explanation.
Yeah, but I'm on the magic side. So
I
need to
know,
say that every once
I
in a
know,
while.
but it's like, yeah, that's just magic. Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
that's just magic. It's a sucks to suck, bro.
現場をそのままで保存したいだろうが、今回はちょいと折れてもらうぜ。
どうぞご勝手に。私にとって興味があるのは金蔵さんの書斎よりはるかにまともな密室が出現したことだけです。 死体には興味ありませんので、どうぞご自由になさってください。
How kind of you. Butler looked at her with an expression of clear disgust.
The only way to look at Erica.
Yeah. But he rolled off her like water off a duck's back.
搬出していただいて結構ですよ。死体。あ、それとも私が邪魔ですか？
As always, Erika backed away from the door to open a path.
I'm nodding. I was nodding.
Okay. Yeah, no, I saw you going like...
I mean, going up and down on the 2D model is not really visible, so you know.
Yeah. And mine is pretty visible because of the hat.
But the hat is kind of cheating, though. I mean...
Okay.
Wait. Now it's more visible.
Just nothing. I wanted my wait. I want my hat back, but it didn't appear. I think.
Magic.
Okay. What is up? Okay.
You have to read.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. My screen went crazy for a second.
No problem.
There was no trace of any sadness for the dead. Her eyes simply blazed at the thought of this locked room murder that had appeared.
I mean, we know.
We know. In any event, the great detective had given her permission. Eva and some others wrapped Hideyoshi's body up in the sheets, and Goda and Rudolph started to carry him out. The sheets quickly turned red.
I mean, of course.
It was so painful to see Shannon and Kumasawa strip the blanket off the bed to further cover the body.
ほら、どきやがれ。
どいてますよ。
客前運ぼう。
You're not out of the way, you slick sis. So.
は、はい。
あなたあなたいいこと？みんなこれからは常に団体行動よ。絶対に孤立してはダメ。
犯人は源氏さんを襲った時点でマスターキーを得ているはずだ。
When they say culprit, they say Hannin. Right? So is Hannin literal for culprit?
Do you want me to wait? Let me.
Because I wonder because it's the new Precure season. The monster they're called Hanninda. But the translation is like criminal something. Criminoid.
Humanoid.
Yeah. Official translation is criminoid. So I was wondering if it's like criminal or culprit or maybe a little bit of both, something in between, you know.
Okay, by looking up culprit, something similar comes up, but it's not the same. It's Hanzaisha or something like that. Wait, let me look up the actual name.
I think it's Haninda, literally like that. I don't know.
Offender or criminal.
Okay, it's criminal then.
There's an actual, there's an actual way of writing this that's offender or criminal.
Okay. That's it then. Like in the new season of the Precure, the monster of the week is called Haninda in Japanese. And it's translated into criminoid. It's like not really a criminal, but it's like a monster criminal thingy.
Oh, nice.
世情がもはや安全を保証しないことは明白だぞ。
しかし、チェーンまでされていたのにどうやって
I have no way of checking this, but I wonder if Hannin is specifically as, I don't know, criminal or culprit for detective stories or stuff.
It could
Whenever
be.
in those kind of stories that they have to
It-
say
it could-
criminal or...
It could be because it's like even the Meitante Purikiwa, they are like detective, so you know, it could be that it's like that.
That's the only thing that comes to mind because even Conan, I think, the Hannin, right?
Yeah. I don't know, but I could see it honestly.
I think they say Hannin in there as well, but I don't have no way of verifying this.
I mean, maybe the only way to verify it would be to watch an episode in Japanese, probably.
Right, but you know, we had Conan dubbed in Italian, so.
Of course, and the classic criminal in complete black shadow.
Yeah.
不可能だ。鎧戸もチェーンロックもしっかりかかっていた。マスターキーがあったって、あの部屋に押し入るのは不可能だ。
とベアトリーチェ様の仕業ですよ。
I don't know.
ベアトリーチェ様のはずありません。碑文は解かれ、すでに
Yeah.
儀式の意味は失われたはず。
わかるものが。こんなの 魔女にしか不可能だ。
魔女にしか不可能ですか。いい響きです。
エリカちゃん、話を聞いてる？私たちはこ
but
れ
yeah.
から全体行動って決まったわ。
What you said?
No, Erica, are you listening? Sure.
Yeah, sure.
私たちはまず秀吉さんの遺体を客間へ運ぶ。探偵ごっこはそれからにしない？
When she heard the words of playing detective, Erica grimaced visibly.
Good job, Kiria. Do it
Then,
again.
after everyone had filed out, she took a single step into the now empty guest room, looked around, and burned the seam into her eyes. Erika claimed to have a photographic memory. If that was true, those few seconds were more than enough for her. Later on, she could sip black tea in the parlor while pursuing her mental photographs of the crime scene, and enjoy playing the part of the armchair detective.
Okay, do you have any other thing that make you smart, Erica? Because you have all of them.
Oh, please, Erika, tell us more about them. Then suddenly, her eyes stopped on the closet off to the side. A closet for hanging overcoats. If it was large enough to fit a coat on a hanger, a person should be able to hide in it.
She's definitely gonna be found.
Slowly, Erika stretched her hand out towards the closet. Erika's shoulder was grabbed roughly from behind.
行くぜ探偵さん。団体行動を乱すなって。修学旅行で習わなかったな。
私が旅行に行くと必ず人が死ぬってお約束がありまして。
That's not a good thing, Erica, you know that? Do you know that?
ほら、何してやがるガキども、早く来い。
Rudolph told them to hurry. After clicking her tongue and glaring at the closet, Erika followed Butler back to the parlor for the time being.
What about Nasuhi?
The sound of their
Okay.
footsteps finally faded. That time of terror, where I feared that even the dripping of the cold sweat that covered my cheeks might be noticed, was finally over. I slowly opened the closet door with hands that still couldn't stop trembling and dashed out into the hallway. It's alright, no one's found me. Still, it's a good thing they didn't lock the door.
You got so lucky, girl.
Yeah. If they had, I wouldn't be able to lock behind me after I left, and they'd find that suspicious. Anyway, I should leave this place. Then I returned to my room and pretended I was sleeping the whole time. That's right, I have to get back quickly.
Even if that was the case, you would still very easily be pointed as the culprit, because yeah, you were in your room all alone and no one even, and you didn't see anything, or you know, no alibi at all.
A new murder has occurred. They'll probably try to tell me about it. And they'll probably do it immediately after they carry Yoshi-san's body back to the parlor. I can get around the phone call by saying I was asleep and didn't notice, but if they come knocking directly, that will be bad. I have to get back quickly, before they try to force their way in. I don't even know whether I should sprint back noisily to save every second I can, sneak back with hushed footsteps, or walk around normally as though I don't know anything that has happened.
Walk normally is probably the best thing, but if you want to be fast, just take off your shoes and run.
Right. The one thing I'm certain is that I have to avoid bumping into them on their way back to the parlor.
Yeah.
I have to get to my room at a quick pace without being noticed by anyone.
I mean, you could walk and go away, and then even if they found you, you could say, "Oh yeah, I was sleeping until now. I just went out of my room."
Yeah, but if you take off your shoes, it's gonna be hard to explain why.
No, that's without taking off your shoes, of course.
I passed through the hall to the lobby. Once I've ascended the main staircase in the lobby, I'll be almost there.
夏日さん
There we go.
Poor Natsui. Just as she was about to go up the large staircase, Natsui heard Erika call out to her, and was so surprised that she visibly jumped.
ちょうど今からあなたにも知らせに行こう。
それはありがとうございます。それで何かありましたか？
今、夏日さん階段を登ってました？夏日さんの部屋って上ですよね。
Yeah.
Yeah. Erika coolly pointed out this strange fact. Natsui cursed her bad luck.
寝つけなくて客間に戻ろうとしていたのですが、自分の部屋に鍵をかけたか不安になり戻ろうとしたのです。心配性なのでよくあることです。気にしないでください。
ああ、よくありますよね。そういうの。記憶力に自信のない人にありがちな癖です。
I
Uh-huh.
feel called out. Erika was clearly making fun of her, and Natsui might have.
I also do that all the time.
Erika was clearly making fun of her, and Natsuhi might have put on an annoyed expression under normal circumstances. However, right now, Natsui was extremely relieved to hear Erika admit that this was nothing out of the ordinary.
エリカさんこそお一人でどうしたんですか？
例の客室を調べようかと思いまして。
客室？
ええ、大変なことになったじゃないですか。現場検証は私の権利ですので。
Erika's probing gaze peered deep into Natsui's eyes. She could tell. Erika was already suspicious
Of course.
about
I
Natsui.
mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah. Judging by the subtle nuances of her words, this was almost certainly an attempt to make Natsui slip up and reveal that she knew about the Hideyoshi murder that she hadn't yet been told about. Natsui played dumb and asked again what had happened.
何か？
いいえ、なんでもまた最初の事件の繰り返しですね。
どういう意味ですか？
またあなたは実質、そして今回も
Yeah.
そのアリバイを証明できないわ。
おっしゃっている意味がわかりません。逆を言えば私が実質にいなかったことをあなたこ。
おや、そうきましたか。ならばそれはおいおい。鍵は後にしてください。皆さんに重大な話があります。
鍵を確認したら戻ります。先に始めていてください。
秀吉さんが殺されました。その件についてです。
She had planned on escaping to her own room using her lock as an excuse, claiming to have a sudden headache and stayed in bed for the rest of the time. However, now she had been informed of Hideyoshi's murder. It would be clearly suspicious to say that could wait and escape to her room.
Of course.
She was already under suspicion after being seen heading up the stairs to the second floor. She couldn't afford to do anything else suspicious. Natsui gave up and headed for the parlor as Erika had urged her to do. When she opened the door to the parlor, Eva's sobs poured out. And everyone stared at Natsuhi with grave faces.
Of course.
This is not the right music for this. Those gazes almost made it look as though they suspected her.
This is more like Erika's POV, so that's why the music is like that,
Yeah.
probably.
It was now painfully apparent to Natsuhi. This must have been what that man was after.
Yeah, clearly.
It was a trap to create a baffling locked room murder. What the fuck? Baffling locked... What?
Baffling locked room murder.
Locked room murder.
It's kind of a tongue twister, though. I can understand it.
Locked room murder. Locked room murder. Locked... And frame her for it. But I couldn't disobey. I couldn't sacrifice my husband's life. And while it's true that I was hiding in the closet, that was all.
Remind me. The dude on the phone told her she can't tell the others, right?
Yeah, she can't tell the others, or Rudolph. No, sorry.
Kraut will get it.
goes,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't committed murder. I might fall under enormous suspicion, but I'm still not the culprit. And most importantly, I'm not under suspicion yet. I'll tell the police everything. I'll have to endure until then. I'm sure one of the servants is feeding information to the culprit. Even in a situation like this, if I talk about my husband being an hostage, the culprit will hear, and it might be used as an excuse to kill him.
ちょうど夏日さんが戻ってきてくれました。全員が揃ったところで、私から皆さんにとても重要な話があります。
重要な話？
え？重要な話です。
Oh, this is the moment where she points the finger at
I
Natsuhi.
think so, yes.
最初の事件からをすべて皆さんの前で整理したいと思います。
それなら他の皆さんとなさってください。私はそういうことは警察に任せるべきと思っています。関心がありません。
整理した上で重要なお話があるのです。あなたにも誰にも断る権利はありません。
Erika used the detective authority to proclaim the start of an assembly. None of the pieces could disobey. Praying that she wouldn't become the topic of conversation, Natsuhi reluctantly sat on the sofa as she'd been urged to.
ああ、すみません。
Is that some kind of magic?
Just, I mean, you can call it charisma, I think.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, but it's just a role as a piece. I'm not
Yes,
sure if I would call it magic.
but
その扉閉めてもらえます？
はい。
Shannon and Canon closed the door. Since they had just now decided to lock all of the doors and windows carefully, Canon locked it as well. The lock which existed to protect the safety of this room felt like a lock on a prison cell to Natsuhi, one that would hold her there and prevent any escape.
hi Edo, welcome.
Hi.
But I don't know what I want to say. Oh yeah, I mean, they are locking all the doors, but I mean, they know that the culprit managed to kill someone in a closed room.
Right, yes.
So is that really gonna serve something?
Who knows? Natsuhi still hadn't noticed. Hi. That ever since Erika had left into the corridor to go check the crime scene in Hideyoshi's room, her goal had changed. In short, from Erika's point of view, the sound of that lock was truly...
チェックメイト。
Erika said that suddenly. Ben Castle said that suddenly.
はらはや。なに？もう犯人わかっちゃったの？まだ事件だって全然進んでないのよ。もう少し殺させて、いろいろと手がかりを集めればいいのに。
さあラムダ、すべての駒を集めなさい。ここからが一番面白いんじゃない？思い切り楽しみましょう。
どうかしらね。お手並み拝見と行くわよ。
24時のゲームセットを待たずにもう仕掛けてきたとはな。
Oh, we're in the other layer now. Okay.
ベルンカステル共鳴。気の早い御人よ。
Gotta say that the animations actually help with the layers. Because
Yeah.
You actually have the animation of the glass shattering. You had the sound before, but
Yeah, no. The animation really helps, honestly.
相当の早仕掛けです。
It could be kind of confusing.
この段階でもう勝てる算段があるとは。
普段なら魔女の存在を主張するだけで勝てるけど、今回は夏日や金蔵や守るものが多いわ。面倒な戦いになりそうね。面倒な戦い、大いに望むところよ。わらわの黄金の島でこれ以上の好き勝手はさせぬわ。受けて立とうぞ、ベルンカステル卿フルドエリカ。
Wait,
Golden
why
Hand.
we are here now?
The endless rain continued to fall. Butler was not in the game up until now. Butler was nowhere to be seen. It would very soon reach the time when Butler had joined in on the 5th game, and control of his piece would be passed on to him. There we go. In other words, only now, in his final stage of the game, when Bercastel had pinpointed the culprit, was Butler finally going to be allowed to participate. He had left the Arbor a short while ago for that reason. Now, the only ones inside were Virgilia, who continued to knit silently, and Beato, who just sat there blankly amidst the smell of black tea. Not even putting the cup to her lips. Virgilia stopped knitting for a moment, and looked out across the vast golden rose garden that extended as far as the eye could see.
バトラ君は誰が犯人云々というだけのゲームな。もう二度と屈することのない力を身につけたと言えるでしょう。第4のゲームまでであなたは全てのメッセージを、彼つまりバトラ君はいつでも全ての真実に気づいても良いということです。しかし彼には甘えがある。だからこのままゲームを幾百と続けたとしても永遠に解けはしない。まるで青い鳥を探すかのように永遠にさまよい続けるだ。
And that, Beatrice, goes up for you as well. Even if you play this game hundreds more times, you will never arrive at the answer you seek. Bencastel will abuse this game without a doubt. Lambda Delta will also turn this game about with the utmost arrogance. At a glance, that may be humiliating and appear to you and Butler as though the game has been stolen from you. However, that is something the two of you need right now. To bring an end to Butler's weak side. To bring an end to your hesitation.
だからあなたはあの二人を呼んだのです。あなたたちの永遠の拷問を終わらせるため。
Who called there? What? The two of them?
I think Beatrice calling Berncastel.
Berncastel and Lambda Delta?
Yeah, I think.
To end the eternal Pluto between the two of you, and the two of you is our Butler and Beatrice, of course.
Alright.
あの二人はあなたに勝利か敗北のいずれかを与えるでしょう。しかしそれはいずれであってももはや慈悲に満ちたものです。あなたにもそれは分かっているはず。
Virgilia faced Beato, whom she had come to adore like a daughter, with cold eyes that she must not have shown often. It was like the gaze of a mother who, instead of scolding, silently urges their child to recognize their mistake.
ベアトリーチェ、あなたはいつまでそうして生きるでもなく死ぬでもなく天国に昇るでもなく地獄に落ちるでもなく煉獄山の頂上でぼんやりとしているつもりなの。私はワルギリア、彼を煉獄山に案内し 頂上のあなたのところまで連れてきました。そしてあなたはベアトリー、彼の手を取って天国へ登るか、彼を抱いて地獄へ落ちるか選ばなくてはならない。
Did you know that the tribulations of purgatory, which lies in the gap between heaven and hell, are sometimes more tortuous than even hell itself? On the gates of hell, it is written that you must abandon all hope. A human without hope can accept their suffering and give up. However, the denizens of purgatory have hope. A hope of possibly reaching heaven, a hope that cannot be abandoned, and that tortures them. Even in the depths of hell, no greater torture device exists than the single pin known as hope.
飛びなさい、煉獄の崖より。淡く脆くてくだらない希望の未練ごとパンドラの箱を開け放ってしまいなさい。怖いでしょ、箱を開けるのは。
Beato was silent, but with a single tear she nodded slightly.
箱の中の猫は生きているの。それを確かめるときが。死んでいる猫ならば早く供養して天へ登ってもらいなさい。生きている猫ならば早く餌を与えて生き死にに関係なく。あなたの猫箱は猫を永遠に冒涜しています。あなたが開くことを恐れた箱の鍵をあの二人が持ってきてくれました。
What? I understand until a certain point, I think. I think that what Virgilia is referring to is saying you are hiding your actual feeling until now, and now is the time that you choose to actually stop hiding or decide that that's it and you're done. Something like that.
Yes. Something like that, yes. Beatrice, the time has come for you to die. I hope that your heart will be stopped by the hand of the person you desire.
Oh wow, that's a lot of time. Okay.
But the castle skipped everything.
Yeah, I mean...
The midnight we go.
I mean... Are we gonna listen to all the 12? Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Never mind. Never mind. Beam bomb, beam bomb.
This background is so beautiful.
Wait, what? Where are we?
All of the pieces from the game board were gathered. All of the humans, furniture, witches, and the witches on an even higher level had gathered in one place.
This music is new also.
Yeah. That place was like a solemn cathedral with an unbelievably high ceiling, white stonework, golden ornaments. Though there were windows, there were no entrances or no exits. It was a strange, strange place. But for some reason, no one wondered where this strange place was. Because they were not given the right to think of this place as strange.
コマども全員揃ったかしら？
全員揃いましたであります。
ご苦労様。そうかね。一体今ここに何人いるのかしら？
何人いようとも18人を超えた存在は全て幻よ。それを認めさせるのがわらわのゲームでな。
The three witches were seated on special thrones set upon a very high balcony.
Okay.
In the center sat the Game Master, Lambda Delta.
Not confusing at all that there are two Beatrices right now, but yeah, okay.
Don't take the other one into consideration.
Yeah, I know, but still.
This is the game Beatrice.
Yeah, but she's in the mix with the witches that are not with the Game Master, and what the heck? What the heck? You know what I mean?
Welcome to Umineko answer.
You know what I mean? She's there, but she's the Beatrice of the game, but she's being treated like she's the one outside of the game, so that doesn't make any fucking sense, okay?
It's just there's no more layers. No layers here. Everyone is present. Everyone is ready to fucking fight for the
Yeah,
lives.
that I understand, but the three witches are up there, like they're like observing everything else, but the game Beato should be under, because she's under the control of Lambda and Berncastle.
But right now there is no distinction. It's just they are witches, so they see it.
I understand that, but still. Can I complain?
Yes, you can complain.
Okay, thank you.
Go on and complain now, because there's gonna be a lot more complaints coming.
I'm just gonna complain. I'm not saying that it's not right or I don't understand it. I'm just saying I just wanna complain for the sake of complaining, okay?
You can complain if you don't like something, you know. And on either side of the semicircular balcony sat the Berncastle and Beatrice facing each other. Below them, Erika ran forward, lifted the corners of her skirt and bowed respectfully.
Of course.
大ラムダデルタ教我が集会宣言をお聞き届けくださり、そして大ベルンカステル教我が主
我が主
必ずや主を苛む退屈の毒を一時であろうとも忘れさせてご覧に入れます。
Poison?
Boredom.
Oh.
ええ、期待しているわ。それでこそ私の分身、私の駒よ。
Erika and Berncastle exchanged nasty smiles that would make anyone want to avert their gaze.
お聞きなさい。魔女ども、人間ども、これより魔女集会にて幻想法廷の改定を宣言する。
Court of Illusions. The ruler of the game spoke with words of power. Their words were spoken inside such a vast space. They rang out with the force of a bell in a bell tower.
お前たちのこのゲームにおける生と役割は第5のゲームはこれにて閉じられ、24時を迎えての答え合わせとなるわ。では早速と言いたいところだけど、その前にまずは軽く自己紹介からこれだけ大勢いるんだしね。私はラムダデルタ、絶対の魔女にして新しきゲームの支配者。ベルンカステル、奇跡の魔女ベアトリーチェの魔女幻想のカンパを目的とする。
無限の魔女ベアトリーチェで我が存在の主張と夏日金蔵の保護を目的とする。
バトラ様、次なる序列は
後ろ宮バトラだ。ベアトラはいや魔女どもと戦ってる以上だ。
ご存知と思いますが、貴殿は今回のゲームは魔女集会開催のこの時点ではまだ未参加ということです。お分かりでありますか？
分かってるぜ。しばらくは発言権がないってことだろう。
ご理解感謝であります。
Even though Butter held a rank second only to the witches.
I don't know how much this dude with the organ is being paid, but not enough.
Not enough. It's amazing. He sat on the foremost pew with the other relatives, all by himself at one end.
Oh, pew is the... Oh, okay. I was wondering what the pew was. Is the bench thing, you know?
Bench, yes.
I didn't know you could say pew.
Neither did I. He met the gaze of Beato, who was up on the balcony.
わらわの宿敵であると一言言えばよいもの。
お前だけの敵とは限らねえからだよ。
取り返す。これはわらわたちのゲームだ。
How aware is the Beato of the game of the Beato outside of the game?
She, from what I remember, she's aware that she's a piece.
Yeah,
But
that's.
other than that, I'm not sure.
I mean, that I understand because they in chapter 4, they swap place. You know, basically the Beato of the outside game went into the game. You don't really remember all that part.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's not something I should have said. Beatrice inside the game and Beatrice outside of the game swapped during chapter 4. Yes, during the test.
Wait, are they still swapped?
No. I think that thing was just to make you understand that Beatrice didn't want anything else to do with Butter at that point. It was just, yeah, you do your thing. I'm done. I'm so done.
It could have been
Right
a
now
cool
it's
plot
different.
twist, though.
Also because these Beatos is Lambda Delta's piece. It's not Beatrice's piece. I
Yes,
think it's different.
but it could have been a cool. Still could have been a cool plot twist.
It
You
could
know,
have been a cool plot twist.
yeah. In reality, it was all an act, and I swapped because I knew that you were gonna that I was gonna lose there, and that the actual Beato that's in like half dead, it's not the real one. It's the game one. It's the game piece. You know, all of that. Could have been cool.
The plot twists are not gonna lack.
No. I'm not saying that we're gonna like it because of that. I mean, problem.
No,
I
I'm
see,
just saying-
but
I'm
still,
just
it could have
saying.
been cool. That's what I'm gonna say.
No, it would have been pretty cool. I almost said that I was fighting Beato's witches illusions. Originally, Beato was my one and only enemy. That's why I was expecting only I don't know.
That's okay.
One and
Don't
only.
worry.
But now, Erika and those witches who started tampering with Beato's tale are my enemies as well. Who should I fight and how? Maybe it's a good thing that I won't have the right to speak for a while. I'll keep a cool head and calmly watch everything unfold.
魔女集会の開催発起人にして探偵フルドエリカです。
Much battle bring calm. Never.
この第5のゲームの犯人を暴き、この物語に愉快なピリオドを与えてご覧に入れます。
Erika greeted the witches above her and the humans behind her once again.
私も期待してるわ。さあ、残りのコマどもも適当にザラーっと自己紹介なさ。人間ども全員自己紹介を。
Urged by 45 to introduce himself, Kinzo stood up.
後ろ宮金蔵書斎の窓より抜け六軒島のどこかに潜んでおる。
後ろ宮クロウス、現在は囚われの身でどこかに監禁されている。
後ろ宮エヴァよ。生きてるわ。
ルドルフだ。この後もずっと後ろ宮だからな。名字ははしょるぜ。
後ろ。
Hmm.
第一の番に殺されました。
ジェシカ、同じく第一の番に。
ジョージです。同じく第一の番に死亡。
マリア、死んじゃったけど、私はこうして喋ってる。
Typical Maria.
Right.
死ぬことなんて大した問題じゃないでしょ。
後ろ宮夏日です。
Shouldn't Maria also be a witch?
Not in this chapter.
生きております。
秀吉やついさっき殺されたばかりや。
桐江よ、まだ生きてるわ。
南條です。私も流られております。源氏と申します。第一の番に。
シャノンです。生存してます。
カノンです。同じく生存。
ゴーダです。よろしくお願いします。皆様方。
熊沢でござい。よろしくお願いします。
続いて魔女ども全員自己紹介を。
Ah, this one is also so cool.
Oh wow.
I know, right?
This background is amazing.
Yes. Virgilia's group could also be seen. There was a second balcony different from the one Beato's group was on, which jutted out like raised audience seating. They sat there, looking down as though they were at a theater.
ワルギリアと申します。ベアトリーチェの師匠です。ガープよ、死体を消す役担当。
炉の上、紅茶を入れる役担当ですな。
Okay. Yeah, sure, sure, Ronova, sure. Yeah, just making the theme. These are the stakes.
煉獄の七姉妹を代表してご挨拶申し上げます。第二の番の秀吉殺人を担当しました。
Can we see that again, please?
Oh, yes, I can allow that.
Wow.
煉獄の七姉妹を代表してご挨拶申し上
I
げます。
know it's just a series of images in a row, but oh my god.
第二の番の秀吉殺人を担当しました。煉獄の七姉妹、ここに。
Oh.
続けて、エリカ教の家具どもは自己紹介を。ガートルード、異端審問補佐官なり。
コーネリア、異端審問補佐官なり。
The two of them could also be seen on the second floor balcony.
Okay.
They set apart from Virgilia's group. Then, Doranor was seated between the two, slowly stood up. She had a presence and dignity about her, as though she was overseeing everything from that place.
ドラノール・エノックスであります。エリカ教の首席補佐を務めます。バトラー、あなたには期待しています。私を失望させないでください。
お互い全力でぶつかるだけだ。
ドラノールの出番は本来なら必要ありません。しかし魔女側が醜く言い逃れをもてあそぶとき、それを断罪してもらわねばなりません。書斎での奇跡は二度と起こりませんから。
I mean, Erika also have furniture. Isn't she kind of like a witch as well?
This is what I'm thinking, right? Because right now I don't completely remember everything from Answer, but what I'm thinking is she is been cast as double, so even though they say they are Erika's furniture,
she's also kind of burn castle. Yeah, okay.
Castles, yeah.
最後にご挨拶申し上げます。本魔女集会の進行管理を命ぜられたシエスタ姉妹この得体であります。
よろしくお願いします。
以上で全てのコマの自己紹介を終了するであります。
I'm gonna say it because I wanna say it, but the introduction, especially of the Ushiromiya family side, it really sounded like a Super Sentai roll call.
Really?
Yeah. When they say this, yeah, 18 people, yeah, sure, on this island. Sorry, 17. Sure, yes, I do believe that. When they say the same and then the name, the same but Rosa, the same but I don't know, George, and all of that. There's Sentai team that actually roll call like that, the exact same words, like the same but the red roll call, and then the same but blue, and then there's a catchphrase. The same but red, the same but pink, and all of that. I don't remember which series it is, but I'm sure that there's a series that's where they say it like that.
The number of characters was 38 if you only took the 5th game into account.
Yeah.
But if you added all of the pieces who appeared in previous games too, it will probably rise even higher.
Let me think, what are we missing? Enje?
Amusa, Okonogi, oh god, Kasumi.
No, wait, though, but that's outside of the game, though. Those are people outside of the game.
Character, though.
No.
Just as characters.
Yes, but Enje is in the game layer. I'm not in the game yet, but she's part of the game
Would you
itself.
count Sakutaro as inside of the game?
Yes.
So Sakutaro is missing.
Yeah, so at least 2. Who else?
The goats.
They're there just to make numbers.
If you add the goats to the number, it decreases
a bajillion, probably. Yeah. But 38. Yeah, sure. There's 17 people on this island.
Let's just say 40. If you add only the characters inside of the game, let's say 40. Outside of the game, bye. It's even higher.
Yeah.
This mysterious game, which had so often been likened to chess, now had far more pieces than a chessboard.
いいわ。では始めようかしら。お気に始めてちょうだい。ああ、悪いけどそこのヤギさん。ジュースのおかわりお願いね。
There you go.
私にはポップコーンを。ああ、そうだったわね。悪魔の感激はポップコーンと相場が決まってると、あんたが決めたんだもんね。ええ、楽しませてもらうわ。
Of course.
紅茶とからし味噌をもらえる？
Black tea and mustard together? Okay. With the popcorns also.
With the popcorn.
That's a strange taste of it, strange way of it, but okay.
エリカ、始めなさい。私の退屈はもう始まってるわ。はい、我が主、お任せを。静粛に沈黙を。
At the sound of her voice, the Sister Sisters troops straightened up, lifted their right knees, and stamped down hard on the floor with their heels. It became a low, deep rumble in the ground, which instantly erased all chatter in the cathedral, and turned their eyes and expressions even more hollow and empty. The room fell back into silence, almost as though they were a collection of wax models. Amidst this heavy silence, there was the sound of footsteps, as Erika walked out into the center where she could catch everyone's attention.
Okay, before I hear Erika talk, I really need to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a second. I cannot listen to her without emptying my bladder, okay? I'll be back.
What the fuck does this even mean? In Italian, we have something like if you really hate something or someone, you say that it makes you go to the bathroom, as in number 2. It's like it sucks, but it's the equivalent of this sucks. but it's a little bit worse, and you say, "Oh yeah, it's so bad. What wants to make me go number 2," something like that. But number 1, that's uh, that's not what I expected. that's a little bit more peculiar. We also have another way of saying things that involves number 1, but it's the opposite. So if something is so funny that you begin laughing and you can't stop, then you go number 1. Something like that. But why am I talking about this now?
I'm back. Okay, Erika, now you can talk.
Welcome back. But when she signaled with her chin, a goat attendant appeared from behind a pillar and carried a single plain chair out into the front and center of the room.
Oh, she got even her own throne, I see.
It must have been the defendant's chair.
フルドエリカは告発します。第5のゲームの殺人犯は
CG?
後宮夏日さん。
A CG bot.
あなたが犯人です。
Erika pointed at Natsuhi and spoke. I think this one is new as well. The Natsuhi waxed all alone, twitched and regained its expression.
Okay, now I hear it. It was kind of low volume. Probably there's a big crescendo or something. Oh yeah, it is definitely new.
It was an expression of panic.
シエスタ姉妹、被告人を席へ連れてってちょうだい。了解であります。
ちょっと何をするの、話しなさい。
45 and 410 pinned Natsuhi's arm behind their back.
So this is like a court, basically.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, it's called the Court of Illusions.
Of course. It's a Phoenix Wright moment, I see.
Yeah. And led her to the chair in the center. Natsuri resisted, but the sisters were surprisingly strong and she couldn't do anything. She turned to the relatives for help, but they just remained silent like wax models.
これよりフルデエリカはなぜ後宮夏日にだけ犯行が可能か再構築してご覧に入れます。ベアト、もちろん受けるでしょ。
当然よ。後宮家顧問錬金術師黄金のベアトリーチェフルドエリカ。受けて立つぞ。我が主に着せようと企むその濡れ衣。引き裂いてくれるわ。ベアトリーチェ。安心せよ夏日。そなたはわらわの主だ。そして心に片翼のわしを刻んだ真の当主よ。身に覚えなき罪に怯えるでない。
At those words, Natsui jerked back and gulped.
Honestly, Natsui, you deserve more the title of head, more than Kraus. Honestly.
Yeah. Honestly. Her panic finally disappeared, and she stood up straight.
そうですとも、私は後宮夏日、後宮家を冒涜するあらゆる挑戦を受けて立ちましょう。
どうしてこの状況にそのような虚勢が張れるやら。あなた、本当にどこのかけらでもいじめられっ子ね。ではベルン、主張どうぞ。
Shouldn't the bullied one be Rosa? Between the kids of children?
I mean, Natsui is not quite Kinzo's child.
Yeah, true.
ベルンカステルは主張する。このゲームの犯人は人間。後宮夏日。ベアトもどうぞ。
ベアトリーチェは主張する。このゲームの犯人は人間にあらず。わらわこそ犯人であるわ。
Bencastel, who smiled daringly, and Beatrice, who smiled firmly, crossed gazes.
お聞きね、魔女ども、人間ども、一つの真実に二つの主張が現れたわ。犯人は人間、後ろ宮夏日か、犯人は魔女、ベアトリーチェか。魔女が勝てば、第5のゲームの真相は闇に消える。エリカが勝てば、ゲーム版より魔女幻想は打ち滅ぼされる。つまり、ベアトにとってのみ、負けることの許されない勝負だけれど、
何の覚悟が必要だというのか、元より望むところよ。
This expression kinda hurts me. Okay, if Erika were to win, the witch illusion would be destroyed.
What does this expression do to you? Wait, say it again.
Destroys me?
Oh, destroys you. Okay, I didn't hear it.
I think I said kills me, but that's I mean.
Yeah, that's okay.
That would mean the existence of the witch would be denied. Beato was fighting for her life. However, this wasn't the only time she had been fighting for her life. It had always been a life or death struggle, even when she fought with Butler.
Yeah, but this time it's with someone actually smart. Shh.
Because if Butler had won and broken through the witch's illusion in any of the previous games, Beato would have been destroyed.
汚ねえな。エリカのやつだけ負けても何も失わない。
それはどうでしょう。ベルンカステル教には情けの心。
Oh yeah, she's probably gonna kill her.
彼女は自分の望んだ活躍をしなかった駒に。
It was inconceivable that the ruthless Bernkastel would place no blame at all on a piece who had suffered defeat.
I mean, not that I wanna see it, but I mean, I do wanna see it.
Erika was probably fighting for her life just the same. The two claims would clash, and one would be weeded out. One would fall, and would not leave this place alive. The only ones who truly had nothing to lose were those witches.
But yeah, because they are outside of everything. So yeah.
Yeah.
さあ、
Yeah.
始めなさ
Just
い。
having fun.
それでは私から始めたいと思います。秀吉さん殺しについてはとてもシンプル。夏日さん以外の方を疑うことは不可能なはず。私たちは被害者と夏日さんを除いて全員が同じ部屋にいたじゃないです。
It really was simple. Everyone except Natsuhi was in the parlor. And because it was so simple, it was decisive.
どう考えても秀吉を殺したのは夏日じゃないの。いいえ、逆だわ。どう考えても夏日以外に秀吉は殺せないじゃないの。
Okay.
議論も反論の余地もないわ。
Yeah, you kind of need proof though. You know.
ですから誤解です。確かに私にはアリバイがないかもしれません。しかしアリバイがないことはすなわち犯人であるとの証拠にはならないはず。夏日にだけアリバイがないのはだが待て、殺害現場は密室であったぞ。夏日に限らず誰であってもあの部屋での犯行は不可能だったはず。魔法で殺人が遂行できるわらわをの
密室トリックであるハウダニットについては後で説明します。
How do you need?
とりあえず今はフーダニット
How can it?
よって以上により秀吉さん殺しは夏日さん以外の人物を疑うのは不可能となるわけで。
お嬢様、ここをさらに切り込むと危険か。
同感だわ。夏日が秀吉の部屋のクローゼットに隠れていたのは事実。復唱要求で所在の確認を行われるとであろうな。ゲームの支配者はラムダデルタ教だ。あやつが面白がれば事実に関係なく
Wait, she's
夏日が犯人ということで確定されて
she's
しまう。
both there and in the other place?
Beatrice, you mean?
Yes.
I mean, this is an open court, she can move around, I
Hmm.
think. If the typhoon were to pass and the police were to come and perform a scientific investigation, Perhaps the true culprit would be identified and the false accusation against Natsuhi lifted. However, the police would never arrive at this closed-off Rokkenjima.
And it would also be very boring.
In other words, the real truth would never be revealed. Inside a cat box that will never be opened, force charges that everyone accepts have exactly the same value as the truth.
おそらく向こうの狙いはシンプルな秀吉殺しで夏日様が犯人であるとの印象を確定させ、その上で不確定要素の多い第一の番の再構築に入るつもりでしょう。
ゲームマスターに疑われた状態での進行は最悪よ。主導権を握るべきだわ。ラムダデルタ卿、ご存知の通り第5のゲームでも多くの殺人が起き、深夜から早朝までの短からぬ時間をまたいでおる。いきなり秀吉の殺人から始まり、時間が行ったり来たりしてしまうようでは混乱してしまうというもの。ここは時系列に従い順番に進めていくのが良いかと思うが、いかがか。
異議提出。犯人を告発する過程において時系列など意味をなす。
異議提出。フルドエリカは時系列を混乱させることによって印象操作を行っている。
ああ、よくわかんないのは私もごめんだわ。メアとの主張を認めるわよ。エリカはいきなり第2の番から始めないで。
I definitely saw Erika click her tongue. Now I understand. This is how the tales of Rokkenjima are created. After being guided by Virgilia and meeting Beatrice. Now I stand here at this peak from which I can see everything below me, and I finally understand the truth of this world.
これが以前にワルギリアが話してくれたことなんだな。
そうです。ここでは真実など脆い。
両者が主張する限り異なる真実が同時に存在できる。
Yes, this really is a trial. Both sides put forth their own truths. This here truly is the brown trial that Virgilia once used as an analogy.
Did I skip past something?
No.
Probably clicked twice by mistake.
では、ラムダデルタ教のご命令に従い、最初の第1の番の事件から話を始めます。ご存知の通り、10月4日、初日の24時、親族会議の小休止の後、ナチスさんが先に休むと、1人退席しました。よって、その時刻から翌朝まで完全にアリバイは
The culprit is Shinomiya Natsuhi. This is because she's the only one without an alibi.
Sorry, I should have read that, but
it was too fast.
No, it was so cool. I
アリバイの怪しい人物などいくらでもいるはず。それら全員の疑いを晴らさぬ限り、夏日を犯人呼ばわりさせるわけにはいかぬぞ。
The culprit cannot be definitely be said to be Natsuhi as long as there are other people without alibis. Oh, wait, if I remember correctly, we're gonna be able to stop. Okay, wait, don't touch it.
I'm not touching anything.
Okay, Natsuhi was the only one without an alibi between 34 and...
Wait.
Nope.
はて、そうかな。
では、ラムダでご存知の通り、親族会議を
I think we're gonna have it as background later.
Could be.
If I remember correctly. Because of course this is gonna be the heart of the discussion.
Of course, but this is like on a timer.
Yeah.
Okay. This is blinding.
I'm gonna be okay. Natsui was the only one without an alibi between 24 and 1. This is being used as a basis for claiming that she is the culprit. However, this cannot be said for certain as long as the following possibilities exist. It is not possible that Butler in the guest house...
Yeah, it's impossible to read. Okay.
夏日が怪しいとそこまで言い張るなら、エリカは夏日以外全員のアリバイを示してみせるべきだわ。
The second part was all about is it impossible for Butler to do this in this place and where they were. It's pretty simple.
ねえベ 無論よ。エリカはそれを完全に説明しきるわ。
Does she?
The culprit is Ushiromiya Natsui, as we will prove everyone else has an alibi.
Okay.
当然です、我が主。では、順にご説明していきたいと思います。源氏殺しは一度忘れ、ゲストハウスの事件のみに絞って進めます。
Poor Genji.
Let's forget about Genji.
となれば、ゲストハウスにいた使用人を疑いたいですよね。あの晩は、郷田さんと熊沢さんがゲストハウスにおられました。そうですね、お二方。
She turned the face to face the direction where those two people were seated, and just those two wax models came back to life. When they weren't allowed to speak, they probably weren't even granted a soul. In that case, it would have been much better if Natsui's soul could simply have disappeared as well.
Oh well.
Natsui, who was in the defendant's chair, kept her soul the whole time, and was constantly hanging her head, looking nervous. Goda hurried to his feet and answered Erika's question.
はい、そうです。私はあの晩、一人でゲストハウスの使用人室におりました。
私はこの老体ですからね。夜は答えますから、ゲストハウスの控え室に戻って。
Honestly, I don't think Kumasawa could have done anything just because she would also have to move the bodies of all those people because you have to explain that as well. So yeah, I don't think she could have done that. Honestly. Goda, it's a lot more possible physically.
お先にすぐ休ませてもらいましたとも。
では、郷田と熊沢もアリバイを失うではありませんか。一人で控え室で休んでいたと自称する熊沢、一人で使用人室にいたと自称する郷田、そのどちらにもいとこ部屋へ行き殺人を行う余地があるはずです。
めっそうもな。どうしてそんなことを私たちが。
そうですともそうですとも。人殺しなんてそんなとんでもないことです。
That's not the point. The point is a lot of people doesn't have an alibi though.
The culprit cannot be definitely said to be Natsuhi. After all, it is not possible that Kumasawa in the guest house committed the murder.
And Goda in the guest house.
夏日がすべて語っておるわ。控え室で一人眠った熊沢も、使用人室に一人こもった郷田も、寝室の夏日と何も変わらぬ。どちらもアリバイを失うではないか。
ご安心を。この二人は殺人犯ではないと。まず熊沢さんは晩餐後、私たちと一緒に屋敷を出てゲストハウス、そのまま控え室に入り、朝まで眠って。郷田さんも同じです。事務作業を終え、その後に私たちとラウンジで談笑して、それを終えてから休みました。両名とも殺人を行う余地はありませ
ん。いよいよ来たな。
Wait, Goda was with Nanjo also.
Yeah, that's why she said chatting with us because she was there as well.
Yeah, I remember it now.
それではわらわも腰を上げるとしよう。もはやそなたの出番は終わりだ、エリカ。そなたの頼れる用心棒を呼び出すがいい。
Beato glanced at what Doranol sat on the second floor balcony. However, Doranol just stared back with those usual expressionless eyes.
復唱要求。郷田と熊沢のアリバイについて完全な証拠がある。
復唱拒否。なんで敵にヒントを？答えるわけもない。
お聞きから無駄デルタ卿。証拠はないそうだぞ。証拠もなく、郷田と熊沢のアリバイを主張しても良いものなのか。
道理だわ。どうなのよ、ベルン、エリカ。どうして郷田と熊沢のアリバイを主張できるわけ？
引っ込めエリカ。わらわの相手はそこのドラノールよ。貴様ごとき人間に魔女の相手は務まらぬわ。
いいえ、ドラノールの出番は必要ありません。あなたの言う 人間ごときが魔女を打ち破るからこそ魔女幻想が否定されるのです。ならばどうぞ赤で青でお好きなように受けて立ちますよ。
In response to Erika's challenge, Beato smiled boldly yet gracefully and slowly stood up. And they glared at each other between the floor and the balcony.
ゴーダにも熊沢にも二人はゲストハウスにおり、いつでもいとこ部屋へいたり犯行を行うことがで、それが否定できぬ限り夏日を犯人呼ばわりすることなどできぬぞ。
This is also new.
This one is also new, yes.
Oh.
Ooh.
Blue laser.
I'm so happy. Beto's Bluetooth struck out rapidly. The curtain had finally dropped and the battle had begun.
人間であるエリカに使える赤はない。ドラノールを呼ばずにどう切り返してみせると？
エリカに使えずとも、その主のベルンカステル卿は油断はできませんぞ。
青き真実、どうするのベル？あんたかドラノールが相手を変わる？
まだ私の出番では、そしてベルンカステル卿の出番でも。
ええ、そうよ。この程度じゃ私たちの出番にはならないわ。フルドエリカというただの人間風情がベアトを打ち破ってこそ意味があるのよ。人間に打ち破られてこそわかるわ。黄金のベアトリーチェなどとのたまう偽りの魔女が人間以下の幻に過ぎなかったとね。
それが本当にできるなら最高に面白いんだけどね。いいわエリカ、受けて立ちなさい。まず熊沢さんですが、とてもシンプルな話。熊沢さん、ご起立を。熊沢さんは昨夜就寝されてから朝事件を知らされるまで一度でも控室を出ました。
いいえ、朝までぐっすりでしたとも。
私、昨夜の晩餐の後にエヴァさんと談笑していて、面白い話を聞かせ、それを試させてもらいました。
それとは何か？まさか。
What?
金蔵を書斎に追い詰め封じたもの。扉に物を挟むことで封印できることを私は知ったのです。
なんだと？あいつまさかそれを熊沢さんの控え室に？
エリカはゲストハウスにいたのですから、それができたとしても何も問題はありません。
何しろ莫大な黄金が発見されて、どんな事件が起こってもおかしくない不気味な夜でした。探偵あるところ事件あり。私は何かの事件が起こることを予見して、あらかじめアリバイを失いそうな人物にこれで封印をさせていただいたのです。
Erika held a small, folded piece of brown paper high into the hair.
私はこれを一緒にゲストハウスに戻った熊沢さんが休むと言って、これを使って扉を封印したのです。そして朝、事件が発覚し大騒ぎになった時、私は真っ先に熊沢さんの控室を確認し、
Oh yeah, she also did that on other room because we've seen the tape.
The tape, yeah.
そして封印が健在であることを確認しました。以上により私は熊沢さんのアリバイを証明できます。
Okay. Who in their right mind would have done that? Who in their right mind would have thought of that? Yeah, Kumasawa has been... Party's been deleted.
グッド、素晴らしいアリバイだわ。一部の隙もない熊沢はエリカと共にゲストハウスに戻り、そのまま控え室に入って休み、つまり熊沢はゲストハウスへ戻って以降、朝まで2階に上がっていない。
Would you like to read?
Yeah, of course. I totally forgot about that. The purple Erika as shown was elevated by Burn Castle and became the red truth. This truth which had become red could no longer be overturned even by Beato. In other words, in that instant, Kumasawa's perfect alibi had been absolutely guaranteed.
ならばゴーダについてはどうか。
幸田さんもゲストハウス到着後はすぐに使用人室にこもられました。そして同様にこれで封印させていただきました。
And you also checked on him, of course.
午前1時にお戻りになった時はたまたま廊下に出た私が気づき、使用人室の合田さんにそれを伝えたのです。その時封印は健在でしたので、ゲストハウスに到着してから合田さんは使用人室を出ています。そしてその後はラウンジで午前3時まで私と一緒にいました。そして午前3時以降は合田さんが2階に上がってこないことを保証できます。
エリカの封印がゴーダが午前1時まで使用人室、そして午前3時までのアリバイを一緒にラウンジで過ごしたエリカが証明するわ。そしてそれ以降の朝までに2階へ一切立ち入ってないことエリカが証明するわ。つまりゴーダはゲストハウスへ戻って以降朝まで2階に上がっていない。
Okay. Good as an alibi.
Wow.
This blinds me every time, that white screen.
Akaki Shinjitsu、お見事よエリカ。あんたのその扉の封印によるアリバイがベルンに認められて赤き真実に昇華されたわ。
ありがとうございます、我が主。我こそは探偵、人間でありながら赤き真実を行使することのできる人間を超えし者。
人間を超えただと。
Cool like that. She's just cool like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
この思い上がり目、口走るには1000年早いわ。
おかしな追求があると面倒なので先にはっきりさせます。というかむしろこれは最初にするべきでした。前後したことをお詫びします。24時の時点でのゲストハウスの状況です。
It sounds like you did it on purpose to look cool, right, Erika? Yeah, sure.
黄金が発見され緊急の親族会議になり、バトラさんと親族たちは屋敷へ。ゲストハウスには私といとこ3人、南條先生、合田さん、熊沢さんが残りました。合田さん、熊沢さんのアリバイについてはすでにご説明のと、ジョージさん、ジェシカさん、マリアさんの3人はいとこ部屋でトランプで遊んでいました。実は私ほんの少しだけ混ぜていただきましたので、我が主以上の復唱を要求します。
応じるわ。ゲストハウスには24時の時点でジョージ、ジェシカ、マリアは生存していて2階のいとこ部屋にいた。南條、合田、熊沢は1階にいた。あともうもったいぶることないから、これまでに出ている犠牲者の死亡も確定させとくわね。ジョージ、ジェシカ、マリア、ローザ、
Okay.
ジョージの5人はちゃんと死んでるわね。あのばっくりいった首で死んだふりなんてできない。
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of clear. The murder occurred before midnight. We guarantee that George's group is dead. George and the others were playing that. Okay, yeah. It's not possible. And the crime was not committed before midnight.
24.
復唱を感謝します、我が主。これをはっきりさせないと、私がアリバイを保証した以前の段階ですでに殺されていたとか。 実は死んでなかったとかいろいろ言われかねませんので。
Oh, what? Sorry, I don't have my bottle of water for some reason. One moment, I'll be back.
I should go take some water as well, but I
What?
forgot as well. I will later. I will go get some water as well.
Okay.
The soundtrack is too good. This place is too good. Oh my god. I remember most things from chapter 5, but at this point I don't remember what happens in which chapter. I know what happens, generally speaking. I don't know where. The chapter that I know the best is chapter 6. But after that it's just oh yeah, a bunch of stuff happens.
I'm back. And I have a cookie.
Back? There you go.
And water as well.
Yeah. Do you want me to read or?
No, that's okay. I was drinking.
Okay, okay.
And surprisingly,
Drinking is important.
Battle side couldn't get away with the simple plan of claiming that the victims were only playing dead. But in order to overcome God and Kumasawa's alibis, it should have been possible to suppose that the crime occurred before those doors were sealed. However, the opponent had predicted this move perfectly. It had now been shown in red that the crime did not occur before the time period covered by Erika's alibis.
そうそう犠牲者の確認されてる最後の生存時それを最初に言ってほしかったわね。これで24時以前の話は無視していいことになるわ。
さらに言うと24時の時点で屋敷の2階廊下には夏日とクラウス源氏がいたわ。残りは全員親族会議の食堂よ。
Oh right, they were up there. Yes. They were up there talking, and then Goda arrived and said, Natsui, there's a phone call for you.
Yeah.
もちろんこの時点ではまだ殺人は起こってない。源氏も健在よ。
Yeah, clear. Confirmation that the midnight was said to be inside the mansion were indeed inside the mansion. Addendum, it has been already been shown that none of them left the mansion before 1 a.m.
それはエリカが観測したことじゃない。
Actually, Natsuhi, of course.
それが確定してないとゲームが進まないものね。いいわ。その赤き真実を認めるわ。赤き真実、ありがとうございます。
Since Eri had been in the guest house, it was only natural that she could explain the situation there. However, since she had been in the mansion at the time, explaining the situation over there would have been extremely difficult for her. Beta would normally have attacked there with the blue truth, since the people in the dining hall had all agreed to keep the same story, and that someone might have snuck out of the dining hall and committed murder in the guest house. However, because Baron had instantly settled that matter with the red truth, Beta had completely lost her chance to strike back. Decado! Sorry, it's a meme. In Kamen Rider Decade, there's this dude that every time you see him is like, oh no, Decado! Yeah.
これほどまでに不利とは。
これじゃまるでかつてのリーチェとバトラの戦いが逆になったみたいね。
いや、その時よりもさらに状況は悪いかと。
At a glance, the fight between the two of them resembled our previous fights. However, there were some vital differences. The first was whether or not Beto was the game master. The Beto who fought against me was the game master, so she knew all the truth. This is why she was able to use the red truth at will. However, the current Beto isn't the game master. She's just a single piece on the game board. In other words, even Beto doesn't know the truth. So you could say that Beto is now the same position I once was. Also, though Erika may seem to be in the same position I once was, the situation for her is totally different. She's connected to a witch called Burn Castle. Even though she isn't the game master, she's capable of elevating Erika's statement to become Red Truth. Because of this, Erika can use Red Truth even though she's neither a witch nor the game master. I mean, life must be pretty easy like that.
Yeah.
Beata, who's supposed to be the witch, possesses no truth of red she can use. And yet, the detective Erika can use the red truth. The adventure is completely flipped over to the other side. You could probably say that the current Beto is in a much worse position than I was when I fought with her. Yeah, I was gonna say that actually. After I got used to the game, Beto stopped responding to my repetition requests, but in the beginning she responded to almost all of them, giving me quite a few hints. That's why we were able to fight on par. However, Burn Castle is different. She fully understands the rules of this game, and is prepared to corner Beto without even a hint of restraint. And all this made me realize Beto was going easy on me, so that we could fight on par with each other. Good morning, Butler.
これはなかなかに面白い戦いだ。なるほど。わらわはかつてのバトラの立場で戦っているというわけ。
ベアト。
かつてのそなたを無能と蔑んだわら。この程度。まだまだ答えぬぞ。
You sure, girl?
ゴーダと熊沢を疑うことはもう不可能だわ。これ以上論点にしても勝てない。
だな。別のアプローチに切り替えよ
う。順当に行くなら次は南條。彼もまたゲストハウスにいた人物。
I mean, he was with Erika and Gola as well.
南條は確かラウンジでエリカと一緒だったわ。
Yeah.
しかしその前後の時間帯が空白になるはず。
Yeah, but that's before midnight, isn't it?
南條。そなたは確かエリカとゴーダと一緒にゲストハウス1階のラウンジでくつろいでいたのだったな。
I can't stop a looking gap side book. Gap. Move away. It's not possible that Angel in the castle committed a crime.
はい、私はエリカさんとずっとご一緒でした。
ラウンジで過ごした時間は
午前1時から午前3時までです。
え、そうです。午前1時から午前3時までの間、私と南條先生、合田さんの3人はラウンジでくつろいでいました。我が主、復唱要求です。
応じるわ。午前1時から午前3時までエリカ、南條、合田のゲストハウス1階のラウンジで過ごした。
But she had flat out refused Beto's repetition request. She responded to Erika's immediately. The Red Truth was starting to corner Beto. Of course she responded to her. It's like her answering herself. With a grimace as though in pain, but she still struck back with the Blue Truth. No, she really was in pain. As alibis was steadily established for everyone other than Natsuhi, the witch's illusion was also being denied. Beto perceived the denial of her existence as pain.
ならば、ラウンジで過ごした時間帯の前後はアリバイがないはず。南條にも犯行は可能であるぞ。
そうね、南條がラウンジでエリカと一緒に1時から3時までいたことは分かったけど、それ以前とそれ以後はどうなのかしらね。どう、エリカ？
はい。まず午前1時以前のアリバイ、これは全く問題ありません。私が24時までいとこ部屋でトランプで一緒に、それからラウンジに降りて、そこで南條先生と。
そうでしたな。24時に 降りてきたエリカさんとお会いして少しお話をしていましたら、かなりのミステリー通だと分かりました。
Yeah, who would have thought?
すっかり意気投合してしまい。
私、碑文の謎解きで書庫に入った時、海外の名作ミステリーの原書が多数保管されているのを見ていました。ですので、それらを手に取りながらぜひ議論がし、私たちは書庫に移り、ずっとおしゃべりをしていました。ラウンジに場所を移すまでずっとです。
That sounds pretty convenient, isn't it?
Yeah, very convenient.
There can be a guess that it is enough books in it that you might even call it a small library. In it were several of Kermo's foreign ministry novels, the kings had once taken a liking to. Of course, they were all originals and in English, but English was no problem for both Erika and Nanjo. On that occasion, Erika had again borrowed the key to the archive from Goda in the servant room. She added that she had rechecked the seal at that point, of course, resetted. Damn hair.
Damn hair.
Even though she keep it sealed for anyone else to enter or leave, she alone enter and leave whenever she wants. I mean, she's the only one that's aware of the seal, so of course.
なるほど。つまり24時から就寝する午前3時までの間、ずっと南條と一緒だったわけね。なら南條のアリバイは一番盤石ということになるわ。
はい、そういうことになります。我が主、復唱要求です。
応じるわ。24時以降、エリカは午前3時までずっとなん。
Sorry, I clicked, but that's okay. Yeah, we know what she was gonna say. Admit that the crime in the cousin's room still hadn't occurred, so this establishment establishes an alibi for the period before the time he spent in the lounge.
その後、私たちは午前1時に書庫から廊下へ出ます。すると偶然、お戻りになられたローザさんと鉢合わせになりました。そして私がゴーダさんにそれを教えました。客人を出迎えるのは使用人の役目だろうと思いまして。
Could ask you if you bring a towel, but Rosa refused. She quickly headed up to the second floor. At this point, Erika, Goda, and Nanjo gathered together and decided to have a drink. Can Erika drink? I mean...
Not legally, I think.
Yeah. The alibis in the lounge up until 3 AM have already been proclaimed in red, so there are no problems there. Oh wait, they said that she was drinking juice, if I recall.
Right.
続きまして、午前3時お開きになった後の南條先生のアリバイです。午前3時にバトラさんがお戻りになり、ラウンジは解散。私と南條先生、バトラさんの3人は2階へ上がりました。そして南條先生はお休みに。その際、もちろん先生のお部屋の扉にもさせていただきました。あとは事件発覚まで同じです。私はバトラさんの悲鳴と同時に部屋を南條先生の部屋の扉に封印がされていることを確認しました。よって南條先生のアリバイは午前1時以前、午前3時以降、ともに完璧なのです。
Nanjo has an alibi.
Fuck.
Where's Nanjo? I don't see. Ah, that's the second one. Dum-bum-dum-bum.
素晴らしいわ、エリカ。あなたの封印も赤き真実も。南條は午前3時まで、エリカ、そして午前3時から朝まで。
Okay, okay. Using the seals she had placed on the doors, Erika was granted red truth from Baron Castle one after another. When I gave Bea the repetition request, it was about maneuvering and tactics, but it's totally different for Erika. For her, it's like having a trump card which can make red whenever she wants.
ゲストハウスの 容疑者全員のアリバイ証明問題はありませんね。
Also, it is easy to do this when you know the people are gonna die already and you seal everything. I mean, that's kind of unfair, honestly.
Do you see why the duct tape is such a meme?
I see why it's a meme, but I mean...
But you haven't seen anything yet.
The thing is, here... She knows everything. She knows that people are gonna die. So, of course, you try to do everything possible to prove. But if you do not know, a normal person would not have all of that prepared. Come on, it's completely unreal.
But she's a protective. She's a detective. So she just said to Butler that someone dies wherever she goes. So she's prepared. And mentally
yes, she's mentally unstable. That's the only reason there. That's the only thing I can see. Erika, let's call Erika the problem. Peter racked her brain to find some point to latch onto, but Erika had been ruthlessly perfect. There was no point she could take issue with. But I kept thinking hard, trying to fool Erika on something, but her expression was so wrought with desperation that anyone could tell by looking.
ベアと却下するわ。私は何も問題を感じない。極めてポップでキュートでパーフェクトだわ。これでゲストハウスの人間全員のアリバイは証明された。
I'm not sure I wanna know, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Is Butter gonna do a cool entrance the moment he could talk?
Yes, of course.
待ちな、エリカ。俺を抜く気か。後宮バトラーにだって犯行のチャンスはあるはずだ。何しろ犠牲者たちと同じ部屋で一夜を共に。
Yeah, but can you actually say that right now?
その俺を差し置いて議論を先になんか進ませねえ。
Oh, what was that? At that moment, a narrow twist like a golden snake and hit me. It didn't pierce through me, but it slapped me hard on the cheek like a whip. Yeah, okay.
ご注意を。はあ、分かっておるぞバトラ。そしてすまない。エリカ、まだバトラのアリバイを示していないぞ。バトラは犠牲者たちと枕を並べて眠った男。誰よりも一番に。
In that case, the murder would have been after 3 a.m. because he went back to the guest house at that time. And everyone else there had alibis. So, is it not possible that Butler is the guest in the guest who committed the crime?
ベアとの言うダメじゃないよね。バトラーを飛ばしちゃ。これは失礼します。すっかり失念しておりました。
Yeah, sure. It's not like I did that on purpose. Totally.
そなたは午前3時に帰ってきたバトラと共に2階へ上がる。
Sorry, I will rephrase it. It's not like I did that on purpose, actually, and I wanted to say it only when Butler was gonna say something because I'm an asshole. Okay, that is a complete phrase.
自室に戻って眠ったはずだ。24時にいとこ部屋を訪れたかもしれぬが、午前3時以降には訪れておらぬはず。まさかその後、バトラのベッドに潜り込みに行ったとでも言うのか？
Ew.
一晩中バトラの寝顔を見て、いとこ部屋でのアリバイを確認していたとまで言うなら、認めてやってもいいがな。
一晩中寝息を聞いていましたが、何か。
What the fuck?
なんだと。
私、フルドエリカはバトラ
Who in their fucking right mind would ever do that?
She's right-minded. What are you talking about? Of
すぐ
course
に
she's
そのまま
not.
ベッドに潜り込み、すぐに就寝してしまったことを証明できます。そして起床され、部屋の惨状に気づき、悲鳴を上げるまで、部屋で何も起こらなかったことまでも証明できます。ですのでご安心を。バトラさんは犯人ではありません。殺人現場にそうとは知らずに入り、朝まで寝てしまった ただの愉快な第一発見者です。
バカな。お得意の封印でもそれを証明することは不可能なはず。どうしてそれがそなたに証明できるというのか。
Yeah.
ふざけるな。あの時俺は自分だけ部屋にエリカだって自分の部屋へ戻ったはずだ。どうしてそんなさも見ていたかのように断言できるんだ。
見たとは言っていません。エリカさんに割り当てられた部屋はどこですか？
エリカ、教えて。
Is the room in front of him any... Oh, good God.
どうしてあなたはバトラのことがそこまで証明できるの？
さすがよ。それでこそ探偵だわ。
私の部屋はいとこ部屋の隣です。薄い壁が一枚あるだけです。
Yeah.
まさかそなたは壁に耳をつけいとこ部屋の様子を。
はい、私の耳は完璧です。
Of course.
バトラさんが入室後、直ちに私は部屋の壁に耳をつけ、何か異常が起こらないか。あんた、バトラが悲鳴を上げる朝まで何も起こらなかった。
Yeah, but okay, you listen to that, but that's just your word. It's not an actual... That doesn't count as proof.
まさかあんた
For now.
はい、朝まで一睡もせずに壁に耳をつけ監視をしておりました。
Uh-huh.
That's
Everyone...
called stalking. That's
Yeah.
a thing.
Everyone was stunned into silence. She put her ear against the wall, and for the entire time until morning, she listened to what was going on in Butler's room. So what would that have looked like? Until dawn, she had silenced her breathing in a pitch-black room, clinging to the wall shared with the cousin's room, like some kind of creepy venomous spider clinging to the wall of a darkened room. Percastan was grinning in
ゲ
triumph.
ームの進行上から当主の指輪を受け継いだバトラがキーマンになるのは読めていた。私はてっきりバトラが第一の番の犠牲者だと思ってたわよ。
はい、ですから我が主の追いつけ通り朝まで一睡もせずに壁に耳をつけ異常が起こらないか監視をしておりました。
You're fucking insane, girl. Fucking insane.
エリカの記憶力は写真並み、そして聴力は録音機並み。エリカの耳をごまかしてジョージたちを殺し首に傷を刻むなど。
Okay, but also... Who is actually proving that she's not lying? It's one for brother that committed a crime. Is that just her authority as detective that let her do that?
Probably.
Oh, okay.
認めざるを得ない。赤で認定するわ。後宮バトラは午前3時にいとこ部屋に戻り、そのまま就寝した。そして事件発覚まで部屋では一切不審なことはなく、
つまりバトラには殺人も死体を傷つけることも不可能だったという。
Okay, so the murder must have been before 3 a.m. There's no way it could have been earlier. The red from the two of them forced Beato to show an expression. Oh, wait. Okay, I think I put the automatic forward on.
Okay.
I don't even know how.
It's okay.
Is it okay now? Okay. The red from the two of them forced Beato to show an expression of considerable anguish. It was only natural. The red truth they had spoken not only guaranteed Butler's alibi, but a number of other things as well. First off, it meant the murder was impossible for everyone after 3 a.m.
There we go.
And since the Celtic were confirmed to be alive as late as midnight, the time period of the crime automatically became between midnight and 3 o'clock. That also automatically provided a guaranteed alibi for everyone who was in the gas zone before 3 a.m. It is impossible for the crime to have occurred after 3 a.m.
There we go.
エリカは24時以降はずっとゲストハウスにいます。つまり屋敷にいた人物のアリバイを証明することが
エヴァたちの動向についてのアリバイ証明は困難を極めたはず。それが逆に簡単に彼らが24時から午前3時までの間ゲストハウスに訪れなかったことを証明するだけでアリバイが可能になってしまった。
とにかく午前3時以前で殺人が可能だと構築するしかあるまい。そしてそれを屋敷の誰かで実行可能だと証明しな。
The people who were in the gas house all had alibis. The crime didn't occur before midnight. The crime couldn't have occurred after 3 o'clock. In other words, there was no way for the murder to happen unless someone from the mansion committed crime between midnight and 3 o'clock. What if someone in the mansion committed the crime between midnight and 3 a.m.? In order to protect Natsuhi, she had to establish that it was possible for someone other than Natsuhi to commit the crime. Ironically, the witch had to prove that a human could have committed the crime.
しかし、そいつはなかなか難しい話だな。エリカは午前3時までラウンジにいた。そして2階へはそこを通らずには至れない。つまり事実上ゲストハウス2階の管理人のような状態になってるわけだ。
Yeah.
月並みですが、エリカに知られずに2階へ上がることができれば、犯行は誰にでも可能だと証明できるでしょう。
人間、その気になりゃ、2階の窓までよじ登ることもできるかもしれねえ。
Wouldn't you make a lot of noise? What if the second floor was reachable without going past Erica and the lounge? Of course, Beta had also thought of striking back on that way, and Verkasla must have thought this as well.
バトラ、南條、ゴーダ、熊沢、ゲストハウスのすべての人物に犯行が不可能であることは、しかし屋敷の人間はどうか。
すでにお話ししておりますし、我が主が私はゲストハウス1階のラウンジにいました。そして2階へ至るにはラウンジを通らなければなりません。つまり私の目に触れずに2階へ至ることは不可能だということです。
それが不可能ではなかったら、例えばゲストハウスの外壁にはしごを立てかけ2階の窓より侵入したとか、ラウンジを通らずに2階へ至る方法は存在するはず。これならばそなたの目に触れずに犯行現場へ至ることは可能だ。
Battle finally struck back. Before now, she had let Erica take total control and attack her with the red over and over. During that time, Beto's counterattack with the blue truth had been few in number, even including this one. It's kinda strange to see Beto using the blue instead of the red, honestly.
私のラウンジでの見張りが無意味であったことにされてはたまりませんから。そこでまずは私の見張りが完璧であったことを証明します。ゲストハウスの構造上、ラウンジにいた私の目に触れることなく2階へ至ることは不可能。視覚も遮蔽物も一切なく、どのような物理的心理的視覚も存在しません。
Hi Oatmeal Master, the one.
我が主、復讐を要求します。
ゲストハウス2階へはラウンジにいた人物に知られずに至ることは不可能。もちろんこれは 内部から2階へ至る話だけれど
Doing pretty good. We're playing Umineko. We are 18 on Erika, so everything normal.
This is an Erika hating stream. the only character where it's possible and accepted to hate on.
It's it's not like it's possible. It's mandatory.
Mandatory.
さて次はベアトリーチェ教のご公説の外部から至る方法です。
And 18 in a good way. I don't know if that make any sense, but yeah, not like she's a bad character. She's like
She's written so well.
she's annoying.
Yeah.
She's annoying and pretentious. That's why.
Yeah.
これには正直困りました。登れそうな木もありますし、はしごを使う手もあるでしょ。
Noted.
Noted.
雨どいをよじ登って2階に至ることも不可能とは言い切れません。しかし、これをさせるわけにはいきません。
Did you seal the windows as well?
ではどうしたというのか。まさか夜通しゲストハウスの周りをぐるぐる回ってね。いや、それはできないよな。そなたはラウンジにいたのだから。ラウンジの窓から見える外は外周の一部に過ぎない。
そうです。私は外壁を2階まで登るあらゆる方法を完全に防ぐことはできます。
That's okay. Thank you for the lurk.
Thank you.
しかし、2階へ侵入することを防ぐことはできました。
侵入を防ぐとも。
すでに読めている手です。恐ろしい。ここまで必要とは。
And if Fronova says that, it means it's truth. Oh, thank you for the stretch. You also stretch, Ovi.
I'm not sure how long I can go for tonight.
That's okay.
So I apologize in advance, but I'm trying my best.
Tell me when you want to go and when it's a point that you think it's good to stop.
I kind of wanted to wait until all of these points were spoken of.
I mean, not many of them remains.
Yeah, they shouldn't be too long. I got this.
Okay.
ゲストハウスはその構造上、外部から2階へ
Just
侵
the
入す
very
るには
high.
窓を
I
使う
don't
ほかあり
know.
ま
It's
せん。
better than taking melatonin at some point.
正常？どうでもいいことです。ただ、窓が、鎧戸が一度も開かれなかったことを保証すれば。
Yeah, and how can you open that? Did you prove that? Do you seal them as well?
黄金の隠し場所に立ち会い、その後ゲストハウスへもラウンジを通過せずにゲストハウス2階へ至ることのできるすべての方法を断絶する工作を開始します。同じことです。これまでと何も変わらず。あんた、まさかゲストハウスのすべての窓にお得意の封印をしたって言い出すの？
Yeah.
あの天気の中、その格好で。一応漂着時の水着見てますので。
Of course.
行かれてやがる。
Yeah, honestly, yes, she's insane.
客人として迎えられた家で、まだ何も起こってないのに、あの雨の中。
Honestly, no one in their sane right mind would have done that. Honestly.
そんなことをして回るってのか。
普通の人間なら絶対にありえない不審な行為です。ですが、彼女は魔女の駒ですから。
Yeah. In the middle of all that rain, Erika sealed all the windows from the outside to create an alibi showing that no one could have snuck into the guest house from the outside. She climbed up the wall herself and did that to all the windows on the first and second floor. Not all the things which could possibly have permitted entry. After hearing that, she'd listened to the cousin's room all night long without sleeping a wink. Even this bizarre behavior didn't seem quite so impossible. That had probably also looked like a venomous spider. A repulsive venomous spider crawling eerily over the outer walls of the guest house in the middle of a storm.
あなたという我が後ろ宮家を何だと心得ておられるのですか。
Honestly.
として迎えた恩も忘れ。
探偵にとって後ろ宮家は事
Yeah.
件の舞台以上にも以下にはなりません。私にとって事件発生前に重要なことは登場人物の名前を覚えることと地形構造を覚えること。来たる事件に備え各種アリバイの取得準備および工作に専念することです。
Mm-hmm.
事件発生前に何の準備もしない探偵は私から見れば三流かと。登竜先で人が死ぬ
Of course.
私たちは知っているのだから。
Uh-huh.
そしてエリカは事件発覚と同時に全ての封印が破られていないことを確認したわ。エリカが死体発見時に一番にいとこ部屋に到着しなかった理由、死体なんて見分しなくても赤き真実でいくらでも確定が取れる。それより重要なのはアリバイ構築のための封印。
我が主は完璧です。私は主に命じられたままに全てを完璧に証明しただけです。
見事よエリカ。私の分身、私の駒。どうラムダ。これでラウンジでのエリカの見張りはアリバイ構築上絶対の信頼性を持つことが証明されたと思うけど。
There's no way to reach the second floor without passing through the lounge. Okay, so it's not possible for Genji Krause and other people to commit the murder.
Because they would have gotten from the
Lounge.
house to the
But
guest
wouldn't
house.
that also mean that Natsui would have to go through the lounge and be seen?
エリカ、あなたの封印は完璧よ。私が赤で認めるわ。ゲストハウス2階へはラウンジを通過しない限り至ることはできず、ラウンジにいたエリカに知られずに至ることは不可能。
ありがとうございます、ラムダデルタ教。
以上により次のことが確定したわけです。以上により犯行時刻は生存確認をした24時から
A single hour between midnight when they were confirmed to be
ラウ
alive.
ンジで団らんが始まった午前1時までの1時間の間に限定される。
Uh-huh. So between midnight and 1 a.m.
すでにお話ししていますが、私は24時にラウンジに降り、そこで南條先生と意気投合し、午前1時まで書庫でミステリーダイヤルをお恥ずかしながらすっかり熱中してしまっていたため、その間廊下を誰かが通り抜けても私は気づけませんでした。
Oh, very convenient. Okay.
Very convenient.
あるまじき痛恨のミス。
Oh, quite a regrettable mistake for a detective. After doing all that maneuvering and setting up seals, no guarantee to guarantee a perfect alibi, she became too engrossed in a mysterious question and left an opening. A relaxed mind was completely shameless, the total opposite of her words. It's almost like it's the other way around. It's enough to make you think that this is an intentional trap. Said in full awareness that only Natsui doesn't have an alibi for the hour following midnight.
つまり逆説的に申し上げると、いとこ部屋に至って犯行を行えるのは24時から午前1時までの間にアリバイを失う人物だけということです。
Her eyes clearly hinted that Natsui was the only one who fits this description. Crime was only possible between midnight and 1 a.m. Okay. Wait though. What about Kraus? No, Kraus wasn't already being kidnapped in that moment. It was in the family
It's
conference.
First night.
Yeah, it's the first time.
Yeah. It is.
It had been a crime that occurred at a completely unknown point during that long night. But because of the alibis Erica had constructed, the time period had been compressed and restricted to a single hour following midnight. Erica left the cousin's room at midnight. This is the last time we have confirmation that George and the others were alive. And after the party in the lounge started at 1 AM, it was impossible to reach the cousin's room by any method.
まずいですな。一夜が1時間にまで封じられ、残す容疑者の駒も。
ベルンカステル共鳴、やるではないか。
私、バトラと違ってバカじゃないの。こんなゲーム。5度も繰り返せば手の内は十分だわ。
Unlike Butler, I'm not an idiot. It's probably a thing that I will reuse in real life.
それでは改めまして、残りの容疑者、屋敷の人物のアリバイを検証してまいりましょう。何しろ24時から午前1時までのたった1時間、もはや難しいことではあります。まずこの時点で2階廊下に夏日、クラウス、源氏がおり、それ以外の全員が1階食堂におりました。これはすでに我が主によって赤き真実で示されています。
Of course.
そうよ。24時の時点で屋敷の2階廊下には夏日とクラウス、源氏がいた。残りは全員1階の食堂。そしてご存知の通り、謎のノックがあって、片翼の紋章の手紙が現れた。そしてそれをめぐって午前1時まで延々と議論が続く。私がそれを赤き真実で語るわ。食堂の全員は午前1時まで誰一人食堂を退出していない。
Excluding Natsui, Cross and Genji, none of the people they mentioned left the mansion before 1 AM.
There we go.
Okay, only 3 points. 2 because they own Natsui is gonna stay. The time that the crime was possible had been limited between midnight and 1 o'clock. And it had been guaranteed that the adults in a family conference did not leave the mansion between midnight and 1 o'clock. This gave them all proven alibis.
それをエリカはゲストハウス。誰かが食堂の扉にお得意の封印でもして証明したというのか。納得のいく証拠も証明もないぞ。
赤き真実はただ真実であり、証拠も証明も議論の余地も必要ない。
Yeah.
あんたが作ったルールよ。
These were bearing retro had only given alibi to the adults in the dining hall. Also gave alibi to Shannon and Cannon who had come to serve tea, and even guaranteed they had never left the dining hall. In other words, the only ones who didn't have proven alibis were 3 people, Natsui, Kraus, and Genji. No, there were only 2 left. If alibis were proven for Kraus and Genji, it would prove that no one but Natsui could have been the culprit.
では次に源氏についてです。彼は犠牲者ですが、いとこ部屋での犯行に及んだ後、自らも殺された可能性も否定でき
He could have also committed sudoku.
そして何より24時に2階廊下にいましたが、その後夏日の電話の取り次ぎのため使用人室に戻り孤立します。
Is it not possible that Genji in the mansion committed the crime?
ということは、源氏にも犯行は可能なはず。
赤で語るわ。源氏は電話の取り次ぎを終えた後、証拠も証明も封印もアリバイもね。
Okay.
ただ冷酷に
That's easy like that though, that's cheating.
そして午前1時、親族会議は再び小休止となり、ローザがゲストハウスへ戻ります。この時、本当に強力に感謝します。後宮エヴァさん、ご起立を。
エリカちゃんだけじゃないのよ。私もきっと今夜何かが起こると思っていた。
彼女こそは私に封印を教えてくれた方、そして私と共に疑わしい人物のアリバイを確かめるために協力してくださいました。
私は午前1時の小休止の時、源氏さんの控室に行き、エリカちゃんと同じ封印をしたの。つまりこれが破られていなかったなら、午前1時から翌朝までこの部屋は誰も出入りできなかったことになる。
Remember, Genji is also received to install between midnight and 1 a.m.
続けてカノンさん、熊沢さん、ご起立を。
Canon was expressionlessly, and Kumasawa got to her feet timidly.
二人は朝、起きてくるのが遅い源氏さんを起こしに行きましたね。そしてその時、扉に封印がされているのに気づき、それを破いて扉を開きましたね。
はい、何かのいたずらだろうと思いました。
あの時はそんなことは深く気にしませんでした。
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember. There was also the image of the seal.
封印を破って入室したのですね。
あと真実で、エヴァとカノンと熊沢の今の証言が真実であることを保証する。エヴァは午前1時に源氏の控室に封印をし、それは朝の事件発覚時にカノンと熊沢に破られた。面倒だからさらに付け加えるわ。午前1時の小休止で最初に食堂を出たのはエヴァが戻るまで、食堂の人間は全員そのエヴァはローザを見送った後、無論その際に室内には一切立ち入っていない。
これらはすべて関係者からの事情聴取で分かったことです。根拠なき赤き真実ではありません。証言から構築された正当な推理による真実です。証言だけでなく指紋の採取、各種科学捜査、可能な限りを尽くしました。
How do you do forensic? How? Just how is it possible for you to do that?
何しろ金蔵さんの書斎はあらゆる薬物の宝庫。
Okay.
赤き真実に限りなく近い究極の真実である各種の調査結果を得ています。サイエンスミステリーではないので、その詳細は割愛しますが。
It's because Wagger around the cathedral, she arrogantly touted her scientific knowledge. She had true knowledge of all the chemicals in Kinzo's studies and used them to conduct a scientific investigation, which is now beyond knowledge of made into read true by Bernkastel. Without going into much detail, the results she obtained would have been convincing even without the red truth. Film collection with aluminum powder. Composition analysis on the people's shoes. Various chemical reaction from clinging rainwater. Erica had walked in and out of the study that didn't belong to her several times, using all manner of chemical however she pleased without asking the family's permission. Good job, Erica.
Good job.
However, no one could fault her for this. The pieces couldn't hinder any action the detective might take for the investigation. That was the power of the detective authority.
我が物顔とはよく言ったものよ。次より探偵を名乗る者は決して客人として迎えぬよう出会う者たちに忠告しよう。
それがよろしいかと思います。探偵に雨宿りを許すなんて吹きつきあまりないことなんですから。
以上から源氏の控室へ至り犯行を行うのが可能なのも24時から午前1時までであることが証明されたわ。そしてさらにエリカの調査によって源氏にもいとこ部屋へ至るのが不可能であることが証明されたわ。
Okay. It has already been made clear in Red True that after transferring the phone call to Natsuhi, Genji had gone straight back to the servants' quarter. Now, based on the results of Erika's scientific investigation, they added a further red truth. Genji never left the mansion after midnight. This made it clear beyond doubt that Genji couldn't have reached the guest house, much less the cousin's room. Genji has an alibi, of course.
Of course.
Are you too sleepy to continue?
Yeah, I think I'm done.
We can stop here. That's okay. Let's just
was
go.
Very close. Was very close.
I mean, we're basically done. That's okay. That's not a problem. Okay,
Okay, the soundtrack also changed.
it also
I think
changed,
it's a
so
good time.
it's a good time. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, everyone. Whatever. Thank you for being here. It's EP time for us.
Yeah.
So have a good night or good rest of the day. Next stream it's gonna be Camera Titleist Part 2.
Yay.
With also Offie. She's gonna be infodumped again.
I can't wait.
Thank you for being here. Have a good night and bye bye.